I am having brain surgery. So if I had had this fluid build up in my spine like all at once, I wouldn't be able to walk anymore. I'd be paralyzed. But because it's been building up my entire life, my body's like learned to live with it. And if it kept going, you can get paralyzed. Like, it's better to get the surgery than to not, because I don't really want to end up paralyzed.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel, and if you could just subscribe, that'd be great. Fucking hell, imagine if that's actually how you talked. Ladies and gentlemen, today's video is about an article I read in the New York Post about the girl who was on earlier, Ruby May. Now, Ruby May is a 25-year-old influencer who has amassed a massive following on TikTok, Instagram, and has made millions on OnlyFans thanks to her fantastic pair of skin footies. Now, earlier this year, Ruby had to have a medical procedure done. Can you tell us what it was again, Ruby?
I am having brain surgery.
I hope it was the fucking put one in. Look, if you watch my video from last week, which is just up here, you'll know my thoughts on OnlyFans, which basically, look, if it works for you and you can make money off it, good, more power to you. But don't act like it's hard work. It is not. You are not like the coal miner who's 200 kilometers underground just breathing in fucking dust and coal and soot and shit, or the nurse who's just got off a 16-hour shift. You're like water. You're just always wet, and you take the path of least resistance. That's what an OnlyFans model is. Now, as we all know, Ruby recently had to have brain surgery thanks to some disease, chimera something or other, I don't know what it's called. But fortunately, thanks to her drive and her work ethic, during her rehab, Ruby was able to muster the strength to continue to make content.
Don't worry, I will be in my hospital gown taking photos in the mirror. I don't care.
What a trooper. I mean, just listen to the way she talked about the symptoms she had leading up to the brain surgery.
Symptoms. I was like so proud of myself because he was like, I'm amazed. I'm amazed that you don't have symptoms. Like, it's a bad thing because it meant that I have this really bad thing going on and I wasn't even aware.
What a shock. An OnlyFans model was proud of something their body did that took fuck all effort on their part. Do you see what I'm saying? Isn't it amazing the work ethic of these OnlyFans models? There's just no days off, is there? Not even for some shit excuse like brain surgery. The article says, May managed to keep it sexy during her hospital sojourn, taking Nsfw snaps while in recovery. Quote, I can never bring myself to stop working, and I took nudes in my hospital gown the day after surgery. It does seem a bit unnecessary, Ruby, considering in your words, in the months leading up to the surgery, you had worked hard to make sure that there would be more than enough content for your fans during your recovery.
I have filmed so much content for OnlyFans. There is going to be no shortage of content. If anything, there's going to be more. I have so much stuff stored up. I've been working really hard on it over the last few months.
May went on to explain in the article that her fans were mostly concerned, almost like they were family. They're not. She quoted, they really loved all the nudes, but they told me I needed to stop working. Well, let's see what kind of content you're making while you're in hospital there, Ruby.
Then they're going to be giving me so much medication that I won't be able to shit. And then when I can shit, when I'm allowed to leave the bed to shit, they will have to give me laxatives because I can't strain because that will be bad for my head. So then I'm literally going to be like pissing out my ass. I'm going to have a catheter in. I'm going to be an absolute mess. So you guys are not going to miss out on any of that.
I can see why they're concerned. Mate, also wanted to say, I think it's funny that everyone thinks my life is so simple because of OnlyFans. Shut the fuck up, Ruby. Of course it is. You're making millions just for getting your fucking fun bags out. Look, sure things might be a bit shit right now because your brain's on the fritz, but you can't blame that on OnlyFans, unless of course it was a direct result of a concussion you suffered from your dildo rack just collapsing on you. This is what I mean. Look, it's absolutely fine if you want to make a living just jamming yourself. That's fine, but don't pretend it's hard. I would argue that if you could have brain surgery and it didn't really impact your ability to do your job, it's not that hard. May went on to thank all her fans / almost friends for all their well wishes and hospital visits. Hospital visits? Why the fuck were they visiting you in hospital? What possible reason could a fan have to visit you in hospital other than going, oh, I heard she's got a new hole in her head. Let's go try it out. Finish the article by saying, grateful for friends, grateful for good healthcare, and grateful to the 83-year-old woman who kept me entertained by exercising when she was supposed to be on bed rest. Love, she wasn't exercising. She was trying to escape because she was sick of you fucking squirting and pissing out your arsehole and just covering her in more fluids than her IV bags. Look, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong to think it's weird to take nudes while recovering from brain surgery. Maybe I just don't have the work ethic of some of these models. Let me know what you think. But look, if you did enjoy this video, please hit the like button, please subscribe, and until next time, ta-ta and farewell.
Ta-ta and farewell.